And that is going to be also from the Craftsman V20 line. It's a 16 gauge nailer. Now I've gone ahead and put the brad nails that I'm going to use already in here. But the 16 gauge nailer, what's interesting about this is normally to do this kind of nailing, you would need an air compressor. And I've had a finish nailer, and then I've had different kinds of compressors. I've hauled around massive ones. And then luckily, with the advent of the lithium ion batteries, this has got a pretty heavy motor in it. You're able to have basically a wind up coil here and a action that drives brad nails just as good as an air tool without having all those extra pieces. I'm going to go ahead and push this down, and the neat thing about this tool, you can hear it spin up. Now it is adjustable. It's adjustable so that you can drive them, and it has a light. You can see that light, so if you're trying to nail into darker areas. Now it has a non-marring shoe and safety interlock. I can't get it to run unless it's pushed up against something. There's also, and it got me the first time, a very small safety interlock down there, which you have to find. That locks the trigger from accidentally being hit, which I love because of kids. It does have a hook here for your belt if you want to hook that on, and it uses the standard V20 batteries yet again. So there we put one side on. Let's go ahead and put the other side on. Now, I did have a knot in here, and it was powerful enough that it actually shot through the knot, but it did send the nail off to the side. So I can actually clean this up by just pulling it through. Now let's talk about the adjustability on this one. If you look here on the side, there's this adjustable, and when I adjust it, this wheel, it actually changes the depth. So this is saying that it's going to countersink. This is going to be proud. So I found with this that they actually don't need much to get driven in, so I can do it to that level. Now it's driving them pretty deep. It's driving a little bit deeper than I actually need or want. So I can take this and I can actually adjust it down so it doesn't use as much force. Perfect. Now what's neat about this is that you can drive not only 1 1/4 inch all the way up to, I believe, 2.5 inch nails on this one. That's the maximum size. Now the nice thing about this nailer again is I don't have to drag around a huge air compressor with me. I don't have an air hose getting in the way. This also does have a belt hook, so if you're doing a bunch of these, you could literally just set it along your belt on the side and have it run around. Now, are you worried that you might hit into something? Well, that's where you can use the additional 2 safeties together to make sure that it won't fire.